Hey everyone, hope you're having an amazing day at Smart Queens. I'm in Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico, and today we are driving from Tijuana to Ensenada. And there's a couple stops that we're gonna make along the way, a couple food stops. One is for meat, but the main goal today is we're going to a place where they have, they've saved for us a Pacific spider crab, hopefully a giant spider crab. And we're gonna eat a lot of amazing seafood, especially the spider crab.
Los originales, las dos, ¿verdad?
So we're still in Tijuana. Right before we start driving, we're just getting a little quick seafood breakfast at this stall right here. And they specialize in a number of different things, especially tostadas, what's in season, the seafood that's in season. The crab tostada. Crab tostada.
In the town.
Awesome. I can't wait. Yeah, I love it.
I don't even know if that's allowed.
Yeah.
Should be ready for us.
¿Servido?
Gracias. Here it is. This tostada is just beyond belief. You put on a little mayonnaise on the bottom, the crab, onions, salt and pepper, avocado, and a little salsa on top.
We come back our salt because so what we do is we arrange picking them up here, and then 7 days you'll be.
It is.
About the 7 days.
It is unbelievable. It's so fresh and juicy. Nothing overpowering. Oh, the lime juice in there. The salt and pepper, the creamy avocado, the pickled onions. Spectacular. It's stunning. That is blowing my taste buds for breakfast in the morning right now. Incredible. And that crab is almost milky. Oh, it was stunning.
Uno grande?
Dos cócteles.
Dos.
You want one? Cocktail. I'm making a.
The cocktail with clam?
This is a famous cocktail of clams and oysters, and it's famous for being great for hangover cure. Legendary.
Legendary. Immediately after eating that tostada, the crab tostada, we are ordering a cocktail, and it's a live station. He's making it in front of us, deshelling some, I think, some giant clams and now some oysters, chopping them into bite-sized pieces, and then we'll see what he does next. All right. I think it does. Indefinitely. We bought it.
Not kidding. Not kidding.
Stir up. Muchas gracias. He hands it to you literally in a chalice. Look at the size, it's like almost the size of my head. But the live, he chopped up straight up the fresh oysters and clams. Then into the cup, into the chalice, there were already cucumbers, tomatoes, maybe some onions. Put the shellfish in there, and then on top of that, some salt and pepper, and then avocado on top. That is gorgeous. Chistapin, add some of this? Yeah. We're all going in.
Vuelve a la vida.
Just like the
Turn to life.
It really will bring you back to life.
That's the fattest oyster I've ever put in my mouth.
The shellfish just shine. The onions, the freshness of it. With something like this, it has to be fresh. There's no compromise. nothing covering it up. That is just, that's the greatest, like, cocktail, seafood, beverage that you could ever want. The lime, the little bit of chili, the onions, the pepper in there, it all comes together in a beautiful harmony. And I love the contrast of the textures with the like, kind of like slimy shellfish and the crunch of the cucumber and onion. We were on our way walking to the van, but one more dish that we had to try. This one is aguachile de camarón.
It's water, chili water.
Ah.
And I think in the case here they're using chiles de chiltepin from Sonora.
Sprinkle a little chili on there.
So delicate.
The chili water is incredible. With the cream of the avocado. You can taste the dry, smoky chilies in it. And then just like the seeds are floating around, you taste the raw shrimp would have just only been cooked by the acid, similar to ceviche. Only cooked by the acid of the lime. Wow, that's outstanding. Gracias. Gracias. Taco. Let's see that real fast. Chutepines. I love it. Chupetin. Gracias. Gracias.
Okay.
Okay, we gotta move.
Corn cake. Mika will love this.
Thank you. Corn cake.
All right, and we're looking good for Popotla.
And Popotla is where the spider crab
the
is?
Marcianos. See,
Called Martians.
The main mission is to Popotla for the giant spider crab.
Called Martians.
Called Martians.
From another planet.
Yeah, they are.
they're huge. They're I have a photo of my three-year-old holding one up, and it was about the size of his body.
Size of a 3-year-old. But there's one stop that we have to make. I mean, it would be horrible to miss this stop because it's on the way, right?
Yeah, you can't pass it.
It's not seafood, right?
No, it's steak.
And the type of tacos they're called, Mark, and I noticed you didn't have this taco in Mexico City because it's kind of a regional taco from here in Sonora. It's called a taco de peroni, and it's a big taco on a large flour tortilla with plenty of arrachera, steak, guacamole, onion, and good salsa. In Mexico, that's where the fence finishes.
We're somewhere in between, I think it took about 20 minutes to get here from Tijuana. And this little town puts carne asada on the map for Baja California. And it's called Tacos El Yaqui. Oh, that mesquite. A fresh batch of meat is going on the grill. I believe they're burning mesquite. And he's just stoking that fire, keeping it like raging hot. You can smell the aroma of that wood burning. And he just put on an entire layer, covering the entire grill. They're like meat, they're like blankets of beef. So the carne asada goes straight from the grill to the next room where he just chopped up like an entire stack of steak. And the main thing you order here is the perron, which is, we're gonna watch him as they assemble it right now, but he chops up the steak, he adds in some broth, chops that up, rejuices it, rehydrates it, filled into a tortilla with cheese and beans. Look at the size of this. Yeah, it has to be like 2 to 3 times the size of a regular taco. Just loaded. They're so fast at making this. They dump in that carne asada that's already rejuiced and rehydrated. They add on some salsa. Oh, beans. There's beans in here too. Some salsa, some cilantro and onions, and then some guacamole. And you can even feel like this thickness of that tortilla as well. I'm gonna just dump on a little bit of salsa on the top move. I had totally forgot about the cheese in there. Look at the amount of juice in this taco. That is just outstanding. The beef is so tender and smoky. It's like bean juice that binds it together. And their tortillas are like thick to hold it together. Wow. Again, that was just a bonus on our way to eat the Martian giant spider crabs, and so we're on our way back we're jumping in the van, we're on our way, probably another 20 minutes down the coast until we get there. Welcome to Popotla, this is an amazing like peninsula, just filled with little restaurants, little seafood stalls, surrounded by the like crashing waves of the Pacific Ocean. It's spectacularly beautiful, and Scott has arranged for us to meet a lady who has reserved us, who has saved us some of the Martian spider crabs. And this
is her whole place, went all the way on a platform to that SUV vehicle and burned down like a couple weeks ago. So we are here in a show of support of one of the great ladies of Ensenada Seafood.
Hola.
Hola, mucho gusto.
This is Mark.
Marcos. Sí. Mucho gusto. Mucho gusto.
Lo van a construir de nuevo?
So it's a sad story. Just a couple weeks ago, her restaurant, which is right here facing the sea, it burned down in a fire. And so now she has kind of like a makeshift tent with some umbrellas here. But the restaurant is called La Estrella. She's gonna rebuild, and when you come to, if you're anywhere from Tijuana to Ensenada, let's show our support. Come visit her. Come hang out with her. Come eat at her place. She's gonna rebuild, and she's gonna make for us the spider crabs.
Hola. Bien, ¿y usted?
Wow, really? Starting off with a quick bite of uni, fresh sea urchin, just opened. She put it on a plate. There's some avocado, there's some cucumbers and some tomatoes and some onions on top, and then served with chips. This is just like an appetizer to get us started. Oh wow, it's so cheesy and so much lime juice in there. Wow. That's amazing. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay, ready. Let's do it. Anyway, just taking one bite because we're gonna go to the seafood market now, and somebody is holding the spider crabs for us.
These are rock cod. This is whitefish.
So you come down to the beach and it's like an entire seafood market, fresh from the fishermen. There's just tables full of fresh fish. There's the spider crabs, and there's also a beach. There's seagulls. It's an amazing fish market, seafood market. And so you can actually buy seafood and then take it back to the restaurant to cook it.
Yes, we're actually gonna buy one of these.
It's big, it's busier.
Cool.
Yeah, spiders from Mars. Martian landing, baby.
Martian landing. And a lobster, yes.
I am your friend. Hi. How are you?
Spider crabs, they call them marcianos because they look like Martians. Amigo, muchas gracias.
Gracias. And in Espanol, Martian. Marciano, which literally translates to Martian, because they do look like Martians, yeah. Spider crab. We got one, and then I think a couple more that Sebastian had pre-ordered. All in one stop seafood, just everything you can imagine seafood. You buy your fresh seafood here, they chop them up right here, the boats are right here, the beach is right here, and then, yeah, we're going up back to Lorena for, he's gonna fry up the Martian crabs. Right as we were about to head up, the fishermen had just come unloading an entire boatload of the Martian crabs. Whoa.
We're doing one or two?
No, we're doing three. That one was the one that got me in the finger.
De las
Me
botellitas.
gustan las cosas fuertes.
Sí. Vámonos.
Vámonos.
Vámonos, vámonos.
Lorena, un momentito.
It's all going good. And immediately, straight after being cleaned, they go straight into hot bubbling oil there where they're gonna deep fry the crab. And you can already immediately see the color changing. They almost have a blue color to them when they're raw, but you can immediately see them turning bright pink in that hot oil. Oh yeah. So the crab is deep fried until, yeah, it just like brightens up, turns orange pink almost, deep fried to a crisp. And she pulled them out, and that's only half. I thought it was all of them at first, so she put in a whole nother batch. There's a whole nother batch frying 3 Martian crabs.
Whoa.
Well, my first.
Alright, that sounds good. Thanks.
Thank you.
There we go.
Nice. Nice.
Still steaming.
Nothing but meat, baby.
Nothing but meat.
Oh, I got that aroma as soon as you popped that open.
Yeah, for sure.
How's it, Scott?
Delicious. It's surprisingly sweet because it's such an ugly beast. But once you open this up, it's nice and sweet. That one's heavy.
I'm just hearing like moans and groans coming from this table all the way down. Everyone has gone silent now. How is it, Jeffrey?
It's heaven. It's beautiful. It's sweet like candy.
Oh my God. So again, unbelievably fresh. Literally, boat that was right down there to our table, which is right here. That is 0 kilometer. In fact, I think we can call that like 20 meter crab.
20 meter crab.
20 meter crab.
From boat to table.
They don't crush the crab for you. What they give you is a stone. Oh, yes. One giant, and that shell is so hard too. Look at the stringiness of that claw.
Oh no.
Part of the recipe.
Hey, it's not a party.
Oh, it's so hot too. Stringing apart.
What if I...
Oh. Oh, wow. I think that has to be the most like stringy crab I've ever had in my life. Look at the pieces. Like they're like, you can actually like see like the grains of it, feel the grains of it. Look, get a close up on that.
Easy ball.
Butter
And
with,
butter too? Okay.
butter with
Yeah.
I've never had crab that's that stringy and just silky and melts in your mouth. And just
Gracias.
the sweetness, the flavor, the freshness is unbelievable.
¿Tiene un tenedor?
You know, Mexicanos.
Yeah.
Just butter,
Which was really good.
which is down in 6th Street, right?
Yeah. I like myself. Real Mexican.
The way they fried it. Oh, wow. So pure, so fresh, unbelievable.
Picked up, you know. Yeah. It's so fun to all hang out.
Drumstick, Martian drumstick.
That's smaller, but I think.
Drumstick time. That little, it's like the joint between the body and the leg coming off, the Martian leg coming off is like a drumstick, just full of meat, and it also has that fried layer because it touches the oil. Oh man, yeah. Oh, it's so good. So much meat. They're so incredibly meaty. And it's just so much fun hanging out, everybody. The breeze of the ocean, the waves coming in, the smell of the sea, the straight fresh crab, and just banging, everybody banging with their stones every now and then, like every minute, every second, the table just rocks back and forth. Oh. That just makes you want to eat more.
Yeah, there you go.
And they have that.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is the greatest single bite. Wow.
Oh man.
The freshness, the distinctive flavor of these Martian crabs. I mean, if you were to compare it to another crab, it's similar to a king crab. But different at the same time, right?
Yeah, totally.
Different but similar, yeah. The texture, yeah, totally different.
And while the king crab leg I think is better, I think this knuckle is as good as anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
A new category, world-class knuckle.
World's greatest knuckle. Gracias.
You don't do anymore?
When we didn't know if things could possibly get better, Lorena, she brought over the head. This is the tamale, this is the head butter from all 3 crabs, condensed into one head and served in the Martian shell like a soupy, gooey, condensed crab. Oh, that smells incredible.
Unbelievable.
It's just like the crab soup and juices and tamale head butter, just all curdled in the head.
Whoa. The essence of crab.
Can I try it?
Of course.
Yes.
The essence of crab. Here we go. Oh, wow. That is unimprovable.
It's so sweet.
If crabs went extinct, this could bring them all back to life.
It literally,
It's the crab.
it tastes like there's like sugar inside of it. It's so sweet. It literally tastes like there's sugar in there. What is this?
Yeah,
That is the crab head juices and butter just condensed into a single head shell. Into the
Oh
single
my
little Martian crab skull. Oh, that's it's straight crab pudding.
Yeah, that's briny goodness.
How is that even possible?
Yeah, that's
Like
that
frijoles
is
of the
beyond.
sea.
That's like the best
Really?
crab experience I've ever had in my whole life.
It's the best pudding I've ever had in my life. World's best pudding.
Crab pudding.
What is it? It's like the brain.
It's all the innards and everything, just kind of mixed up
crab head
together.
the man pulled.
Oh,
okay.
concentrate.
I'm gonna try to do your face.
It's amazing.
It's actually incredible.
All right, wait a minute. You ready?
That would be a good dipping sauce with a crab.
Look, this is something I've always wanted to do in my life. Who's next?
Crab scallops.
Crab gullet. Oh, there you go. Pass it around. It's even better that way.
I want to give it a Mark Wiens here. Delicious.
Okay. That's killer, yeah. There's so much of it.
I want to try that.
Chalice.
No te la acabes, no te la acabes, no te la acabes.
Yeah, this was the birthday cake.
Lorena, total delicioso.
Yes. Puro power.
This is one of those meals that just got us into a like non-fully functioning, not fully alert or thinking straight state of minds. That crab was just the freshness and that chalice of juices and head butter at the end. Just, that was the icing on the cake. That just topped it all. Drinking out of the shell, it's so rich. It has this like slight bitterness that contrasts the sweetness, but unbelievably sweet, creamy, rich, bitter, sweet. I think I said that like 3 times, but it really was like 3 times sweetness. Oh man, that was dessert. That was dessert in Popotla, Martian crab dessert. And so that brings us to the end of this tour of Popotla, especially focusing on the Martian crab, or also known as the spider crab. Huge thank you to all of my friends. A big thank you to Scott he's the gringo in Mexico. I'll have his link in the description. He offers tours, he does social media, he's an expert on Mexican food, and he is an amazing, his passion about Mexican food. And also thank you to Sebastian, who got the crabs for us, who arranged that for us, and to Jeffrey Merrihew. I'll have his link in the description box. Go check all of them out. And thanks to all of my friends for bringing me here, for taking me to Popotla. A big thank you for watching. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're not already subscribed, click subscribe now, and also click the little bell icon so you immediately get notified of the next video that I publish. Goodbye from Popotla, and see you on the next video. And from here, we're driving straight to Ensenada for the next seafood street food tour. So stay tuned for that.
No, gracias a ustedes.
Muchas gracias.
Mucho gusto.
Thank you.
You know my
Muchas gracias.
right there.
Muchas gracias. And one more quick thing before we leave. Lorena, her stall is called La Estrella. She's gonna rebuild. Come here, show her your support. She's an amazing cook and she's so friendly, so nice. Popotla, Mexico, Baja California.